It's a red carpet affair this New Year's Eve. At Oak Gaming in Wittenberg, dressed to impress. There will be party favors, complimentary food from the Mint, a free photo booth, and live music from VideoStar. Plus, hot seat drawings, barrel drawings for $1,000 cash. Then at midnight, a grand prize drawing for a Ford Explorer and $2,000 cash. Plus, another cash giveaway at 1 a.m. Earn entries throughout December to win big on New Year's Eve.
Hey, you want to join our rewards program? Collect hot dog points to unlock access to our VIP lounge.
That doesn't seem very...
rewarding. With a BMO Savings Builder account, you get a cash reward for every month you save.
Wait, so you're going to reward me for saving my own money?
You got it. A little incentive to help you get into the habit of saving.
That sounds great, but do you have VIPs?
Yeah, absolutely. We call them customers.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect.
Straight ahead, putting presents under the tree. We'll learn how a group is making sure every kid has a memorable Christmas.
Plus, high maternal mortality in the U.S. We'll learn about a bill aimed at reversing that.
And getting in the holiday spirit and spreading it with people homebound. We'll have the details as your local news starts right now.
News Watch 12 with Dan Hagan, Jessica Jukic, and Conrad Sapinski.
Good evening and welcome to Newswatch 12 at 5. I'm Dan Hagan.
And I'm Jessica Jukic. The holidays are a time of great joy for some people, but for others, it can be a painful reminder of financial insecurity.
A lot of groups are making sure kids around the Northwoods have something under their Christmas tree. The Vilas County Salvation Army is in the process of collecting toys. Newswatch 12's Mohammed Abdul Kawi went up to Eagle River today to learn more. Mohammed?
Well, Dan and Jessica, every year the Vilas County Salvation Army collects and delivers toys during the holidays. This program has led to lifelong memories for kids all across the county. And because of the program, it allows parents that are struggling financially to receive toys for their children.
It's very rewarding for me as a person to be able to help someone who's really, really struggling.
The Vilas County Salvation Army is making sure that families have presents under their Christmas tree this season.
We service children from newborn all the way through 18 as long as they're in school. We consider them a child, and so we want to make sure that we don't forget anybody.
The toy program has all sorts of options to choose from, like a Christmas Jasmine doll to Legos and even Batman. Kathy Holtorp believes there's something for every child.
Our donors are the best donors around there. They come through us every year with awesome gifts for the kids, and so we have a wide variety of really nice things that parents are able to choose from.
For parents like Crystal Strange, this is weight off her shoulders.
I think it's a great help, especially if you're having a hard time.
It gives her a chance to give her kids that special gift.
It's hard to tell the kids that there's no present, so they help out by giving parents a chance to provide something for their children for Christmas morning.
And with the Salvation Army's plan of providing assistance through their toy program, it's allowing Strange an opportunity that she'll cherish forever.
Oh, it makes me very happy. I'm very glad that the community comes together to help because all of us need help sometimes, and it means a lot to be able to give my kids a gift this Christmas.
The collection ends tomorrow. However, there are plenty of toys left. For more information on this program, you can visit our website at wjfw.com.
It's been snowing throughout the day and looking beautiful out there.
Yes, it looks like a winter wonderland, right?
But you keep hyping up this really cold weekend, Kevin.
Yes,
is it going to come?
Yep, now we're transitioning into a colder type of weather trend. Taking a look outside right now, we do still have some snow showers lingering in the area. All that heavy snow we had Thursday morning is long gone, but still a lingering snow showers from yesterday into today, and that's going to continue tonight into tomorrow morning. Taking a wider view, look at how massive this low pressure system is. That main part of the low is pretty much hovering here in Wisconsin, but look at the East Coast, all that heavy snow from Canada down the eastern seaboard. Even Maine is going to get in on some really heavy snow as temperatures continue to cool off. So like I said, on the back end of the storm, the cold air arrives, and it's really going to get cold by next week. Right now, we're hovering slightly below our average at around 20 degrees. So all that slush ice is continuing to freeze up. So it is very slick outside. Whatever is untreated is very slick and dangerous to walk on. And same thing with driving. Tonight, though, temperatures are really going to cool off. Our average around 10 degrees. We're going to be hovering at around 13 degrees with some more snow showers in the area. Maybe an inch or so more possible by the overnight hours and then into tomorrow morning. Dan?
Thanks, Conrad. While most of the outages caused by Wednesday's winter storm have been resolved, some Wisconsin residents are still without power today. Xcel Energy is anticipated having restored power to all customers in Ashland and Abbotsford tonight, but in Eau Claire and Hayward, Xcel is hoping to restore those customers by Saturday night. For WPS customers, almost all power has been restored, with only 29 customers still experiencing outages.
Marshfield's Common Council recently approved changes to the fee schedule for services provided by the Fire and Rescue Department. Changes in the fees will be for fire re-inspections, false alarms, motor vehicle accidents, structure and vehicle fires, vehicle and vehicle extrication. Fire and Police Commissioner Steve Meeks recommended the fee schedule to be reviewed by the Commission on an annual basis to keep up with inflation. The department provides emergency medical service transports for Marshfield and 13 other municipalities surrounding the city for a combined population of about 32,500 people.
The holidays are a time for celebration, but if alcohol is involved, police departments are reminding people to not drive drunk. The Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over holiday campaign begins today. The campaign will run through New Year's Day with elevated levels of law enforcement on Wisconsin roads. Last year, 6,400 alcohol-related crashes occurred in Wisconsin, killing 166 people. Around 25% of traffic fatalities are caused by drinking and driving.
Senator Ron Johnson and advocates are calling on Congress to protect health care for Wisconsin mothers and kids. Today, State Senator LaTanya Johnson and a doctor joined the Protect Our Care Wisconsin to discuss how Congress can improve mothers' health. They're calling on Congress to pass the Black Maternal Health Momnibus Act of 2021. The act addresses preventable elements of the maternal health crisis by increasing the number of maternity care providers. It would also train providers to confront discriminatory and biased practices. The bill would improve the health of millions of children, pregnant mothers, people of color, and rural Americans. The U.S. has the highest maternal mortality rate of any developed country. 80% of those deaths are preventable. A new public policy polling survey found the public overwhelmingly supports these reforms.
The Lac du Flambeau tribe is reinstating a mask mandate in some buildings because of a rise in respiratory illnesses. According to the LDF newsletter, COVID-19 cases have been low for quite some time. However, there have been increases in RSV, influenza, and colds. So they are going with the mandates. Peter Christensen Health Center and Dental Clinic and the Family Resource Centers now require masks. The tribe also asks to call the clinic first before coming in with COVID or flu-like symptoms.
The University of Wisconsin-Madison continues to place in the top 10 colleges in the nation in research spending. Wisconsin's flagship university ranked 8th in the nation between July 2020 and June 2021. The university reported nearly $1.4 billion in annual research spending across all fields, a $16 million increase over the prior fiscal year. According to the university, the largest research expenditures during the 2021 fiscal year included $26.9 million for the Great Lakes Bioenergy Research Center, $11.2 million for the Cooperative Institute for Meteorological Satellite Studies program, and $10.4 million for the Campus Inner-City Asthma Consortium. The holiday season is a joyous time for many, but for some, this can be a time of isolation. One
group in Rhinelander is trying to comfort and share kind messages with those who are homebound. A Rhinelander group has taken time out of their holiday season to write cards to these members of the community. Drew Rakers is one of the organizers with Northwood's Young Adults Catholic group. He says that it's a chance to connect with those who aren't able to attend church very much anymore.
Here at Nativity, we have plenty of members that are homebound, so we have them by name and we can address things to them, tell them we're praying for them, tell them that, you know, we hope we can see them at Mass or something.
The group also wrote to other members of the community with whom they had contact. Rakers says that he was happy to get a group together to brighten someone's day.
It really doesn't take a lot of effort to write cards and give it out to them. It only took us, a couple hours here tonight to write a ton of cards that might make a difference in a ton of people's lives.
The group sent out a total of 150 cards with about a dozen members of the group. The group said they were grateful to have this opportunity. The cards are being delivered to people in the greater Rhinelander area as we speak. Coming up, we'll have some good news on this season's influenza bug.
Plus, many foodborne illnesses are preventable. We'll explain how after weather with Conrad right here on Newswatch 12.
If you ask us, picking out new furniture should be fun. And when you work with us, it is. Home Furniture's free design assistance in your home or in our store. Visit Home Furniture today to create a single sofa or an entire room. Dream it, create it, love it.
At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do with friends and family. Visit your local Chevy dealer, and when you find your red tag, you find your deal. Then make the most of your time with the people who matter most. Find new moments, find new roads. Find your red tag and get $1,500 total cash allowance on all 2022 Silverado pickups with a 2.7-liter turbo engine. Plus, current Chevy owners get an additional $2,500 cash allowance. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Complete your next project with help from Menards. Give your bathroom a fresh update with Delta. Their bathtubs and showers are built for style, design, and durability. Save big money on Delta tubs and showers. Install your new tub surround with Loctite adhesives and caulk. They're easy to use while providing a strong and flexible seal that will last for years to come. Save big money on all Loctite, caulk, and adhesives. Plus, a Menards gift card is always a great gift idea.
Warm season's greetings to you all from Menards.
I have something for you.
I have something for you, too.
It's the holidays. Get 3.9% APR and no monthly payments for 90 days on turbo high-output engine Sierra light-duty models. Visit your North Central Wisconsin GMC dealer.
Stop into Home Furniture and Design for your immediate furniture needs. We have Lazy Boy, Smith Brothers, Ashley, and more ready for immediate delivery. Home Furniture and Design, West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
And welcome back. It's Friday. The weekend's around the corner. A bit snowy outside today as we take a look at a time lapse from Rhinelander. We did have some on and off snow showers throughout the day. That's going to continue into tonight and same thing into tomorrow. So, of course, we had a big low pressure system in the area, a nice snowstorm bringing several inches of snow into our area, close to 8-9 inches in the region. Right now, we do have a snow depth at around 10 inches of snow. Take a look at Duluth, 23 inches of snowfall on the ground. So over twice as much snowfall on the ground as here in Rhinelander. But take a look how massive this low pressure system is, reaching all the way from South Dakota with blizzard conditions, with that low pretty much hovering in Wisconsin all the way to the East Coast with some really heavy snowfall. Now it's their turn to have lots of snowfall, close to a foot to a foot and a half of snow in some locations. Still, some blizzard warnings are in effect in the region. Lots of winter weather advisories in and across the Minnesota area, South Dakota, North Dakota, and Nebraska. Luckily, none here in Wisconsin, as most of that heavier snow is out of the states, but still some lighter snow showers are sticking around in the area, and that's going to continue into tomorrow as our futurecast does show. Overnight tonight into tomorrow morning, maybe another inch or so of snow, maybe an inch and a half in some spots, but overall we start to clear up by tomorrow afternoon. Then by Sunday, we're in the clear as well. So expect a good amount of cloud cover, but hey, at least that snow will not be falling. I know it's been 3 days of nonstop snowfall. Temperatures, though, earlier today, we're hovering at around 27, and then quickly started going down south. We've cooled down to around 20 at the moment. Couple of upper teens in the region, and temperatures are going to get cold tonight. Still slightly above our average, but it's going to get cold the next several days. So crank up that heat, those fire pits, and get ready. Bundle up, because it's really going to get cold for our work week next week. Our average high should be around 27 degrees. So tomorrow will be close to our average high. But take a look for at Sunday into Monday. Okay, we're looking at mid to upper teens. And then, bam, Tuesday, 9 degrees as a high temperature, folks. Even colder on Wednesday. Our first day, our first official day of winter begins on Wednesday, and it's going to get cold, and it's going to stay cold. Tonight, though, another chilly night. Temperatures around 13 degrees. More snow showers, an inch of snow extra of snowfall. Tomorrow, mid-20s outside, more snow showers in the region. We're thinking a little less than an inch of snowfall for tomorrow. So overall, 1 to 1.5 more inches of snow will be possible. Our 7-day outlook brought to you by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress does show a couple more snow showers on Monday and then Wednesday into Thursday, but temperatures will continue to stick around very cold in the single digits. Dan?
Twitter suspended several high-profile journalists. The accounts belong to employees with the New York Times, CNN, Washington Post, and more. Elon Musk acquired the social media company a few months ago. Musk said the suspensions stemmed from the platform's new rules banning private jet trackers. Musk also said that the suspensions would last 7 days.
The number of flu cases are going down in some communities, although the CDC says flu activity remains high across most of the country. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention released new data on Friday that shows more than 23,000 people were admitted to the hospital with the flu last week. That's less than the previous week. Still, the number of flu cases so far this season is the highest in more than a decade. An estimated 48 million people get sick from foodborne illnesses every year in the U.S. That's according to the CDC.
And a recent report highlights some major changes needed at one agency to ensure food safety across the country. Mandy Gaither has more on what needs to be done to keep our food safe.
It's been nearly a year since certain lots of infant formulas were recalled after reports of bacterial infections. This exacerbated a supply chain caused formula shortage that extended to other brands. One formula maker told Reuters the shortage is likely to persist until spring.
Being assured that we have a safe food supply is important to everyone.
Dr. Jane Haney chaired an independent expert panel that conducted an evaluation into the Human Foods Program, which is overseen by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, an agency she once led. While the U.S. food supply is generally recognized as safe, Haney says there are 3 major findings in the report. First, the food safety program needs to be enhanced. Second, the FDA's nutrition program, meant to provide greater access to healthier foods and nutritional information, needs to be built out and enhanced. Finally, the agency needs to focus on prevention instead of waiting for something to happen.
More prone to action than deliberation, if you will.
The report says connecting FDA technology for better communication is key. Haney says there also needs to be more funding for the Human Foods Program.
Getting the adequate amount of funding for this program is just, I've used the word crucial, and I'd underscore it again.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
It turns out a Wisconsin native had a lot to do with the avocados you buy in stores.
We'll have that story, plus a Wausau native is now Miss America. We'll learn more about her after the break.
Welcome to Christian Faith Book and Gift Shop. Find gifts for First Communion, weddings, and baptism, beautiful wall art, wind chimes, and a large selection of memorials to honor your loved ones. Visit our little store, where we are big on living out the Christian faith.
In today's economy, it seems the value of a dollar continues to shrink, while the services offered are getting less and less. Here at Maher Water Corporation, a new high-efficiency system made by WaterCare can help ease the stress on your checkbook. We are always available to analyze and recommend one of these units.
So while we can't actually make your money grow, we can make the value of what you get from Maher seem like it.
Feliz Navidad!
It's a Lopez Christmas reunion.
Let's get lit.
That shares the true meaning of the season.
A beer! It's the most beautiful gift I've ever got. It's even better than your love.
Lopez versus Lopez, tonight on NBC.
I love Christmas and the gift of giving.
$15?
Tonight, Santa Claus knows if you've been naughty or nice.
It's a little coconut. I love it so much.
Damn, I could have just been making coconuts.
New Young Rock, tonight on NBC.
Surprise! It's a new Buick.
You got me a new Buick?
Oh, and there are more gifts inside.
You got me the head-up display.
Wow! It's a massaging seat.
Okay, what next?
Alexa, turn on holiday lights.
This year, give the gift of technology in every Buick SUV.
It's the holidays. Get 3.99% APR and no monthly payments for 90 days on these Buick SUV models. Visit your North Central Wisconsin Buick dealer.
Remember the reason for the season at Christian Faith Book and Gift Shop. We carry Fontanini nativity sets and beautiful Christmas home decor, wind chimes, children's books, and unique gifts for the man who has everything. Visit our little store where we are big on living out the Christian faith.
The nation has a new Miss America, and she might be a familiar face to some of you. Grace Stanke was named Miss America 2023 after 3 full days of competition. Stanke is a Wausau native and also the first nuclear engineering student to compete on the Miss America stage. She is also an exceptional violinist, with her talents helping her win the preliminary talent competition on the second night. Stanke is now the 3rd Miss America winner to come from the Badger State, with this year marking the 50th anniversary since Wisconsin's first winner.
The Defense POW MIA Accounting Agency announced today that the U.S. Army Air Force's First Lieutenant Roy C. Harms, who was 26 of Grafton, Wisconsin, was killed during World War II, was accounted for on August 2nd. In August 1st, 1943, the B-24 bomber Harms was piloting was hit by enemy anti-aircraft fire and crashed during Operation Tidal Wave in northern Romania. His remains were not identified following the war. Following the war, the American Graves Registration Command dug up all American remains from the cemetery for identification. The AGRC was unable to identify more than 80 unknowns from that cemetery. In 2017, DPAA began exhuming those unknowns. Avocados have gone from a niche fruit to a popular staple for many Americans over the past couple of decades, and a Wisconsin native has a lot to do with that. James Groh has more.
The internet has gone crazy for avocados. We've all heard the joke, millennials love avocado toast. But there's truth to that. The restaurant On the Bus in Milwaukee serves tons of it.
Yeah, we definitely sell at least 10 to probably around 50 sandwiches that include avocado.
But if it weren't for a Wisconsin man, the avocados we know today never would have existed. Introducing the godfather of the most popular avocado in the world, Rudolph Hass. He was born in Milwaukee and moved to Southern California when he was 27. In 1925, he planted the tree that would change avocados forever. 95% of all avocados consumed in the U.S. and a majority of avocados consumed globally can be traced back to his tree.
It's the #1 variety commercially worldwide.
That's Dr. Mary Lou Arpaia. She's been studying avocados since 1983 at the University of California, Riverside. The variety she's talking about is the Hass avocado.
They just let the tree grow. The tree started bearing fruit, and it was like, wow, this one's not too bad.
And it turns out the Hass avocado was creamier and richer than the leading variety. Once people found out, everyone wanted a taste. Rudolph got a fruit patent in 1935. Then he struck a deal with a local nursery to split the profit as long as they grew and sold the tree. According to the California Avocado Society, they sold more than 16,000 Hass avocado trees in 10 years.
People knew it was a very high eating quality fruit. In fact, from a post-harvest perspective, it probably sets the gold standard.
Countries like Chile, Colombia, Mexico, and Peru almost exclusively grow Hass. They can even be found in China and across Africa. So the next time you have avocado toast or guacamole, you can thank a mailman from Milwaukee for that rich, creamy taste.
Community is a crucial part of how and why we do business. Of course, we sell and provide service, but we also strive to be a good neighbor by getting involved and giving back. Thank you for allowing us to reach great milestones in the community we call home.
It's the most wonderful time of the year at Cellcom. Save $500 on Google Pixel 7 or Google Pixel 7 Pro with 128 gigabytes of storage. Or save $200 on all other smartphones. Plus, activate a new smartphone line and get a free Google Pixel watch. Finish up your holiday gift giving and save $150 on all cameras, tablets, and smartwatches. No trade-in required. Visit Cellcom.com/holiday deals for details.
The sweetest place in town, the country store of Eagle River, is known for its quality candy. Made the old-fashioned way, slow-cooked in large copper kettles, then the candy is cooled on marble tables. Embrace the sweet aroma of your favorite candies: chocolates, fudge, brittle, turtles, snappers, almond bark, taffy, and hard candies. Order your holiday gift baskets filled with all sorts of goodies for friends, family, and colleagues. Treat yourself at the country store of Eagle River.
Moondeer and Friends Gallery in downtown Boulder Junction offers an eclectic mix of contemporary fine art and craft, antiques, professional custom frame service, and many other smaller gift items, featuring the work of gallery owner Sarah Mender, as well as over 150 other regional artists.
Come into Chequamegon Adventure Company in Minocqua for the end-of-season sale. Great deals on all pet bikes, snowshoes, clothing, and accessories.
Get the most out of the winter ski season with Newswatch 12 Ski and Board Report. Find the latest slope conditions for ski hills across northern Wisconsin and the UP. On air and online. Brought to you by Ski Brule in Iron River. The best way to start your day is with a cup of coffee from Eagle River Roasters. Newswatch 12 Today wants to get that coffee to you through the Mugshot Monday contest. Enter online and watch Monday mornings to see if you're the lucky winner. Weather Watch 12 with Devin Biggs, 5 to 7 a.m.
Community is a crucial part of how and why we do business. Of course, we sell and provide service, but we also strive to be a good neighbor by getting involved and giving back. Thank you for allowing us to reach great milestones in the community we call home.
Well, Conrad, I think it's a little ironic that we got all of this snow, and it's going to be the weekend. Finally, we have time to play in it, and it's going to be really cold.
Yes, it's going to get very cold. You ready for this, Jessica?
I am.
Are you all bundled up?
I'm probably going to stay indoors this weekend.
Yes, that would be a great idea.
That's one way to do it, yeah.
Especially next week, though, because that's when the real cold starts to set in. Taking a look outside right now, though, we still have some snow lingering in the region. Not heavy at the moment. It is all light and fluffy as temperatures are much colder than what they were just Wednesday night into Thursday morning. But still, we're thinking maybe an inch to an inch and a half will be possible overnight tonight into tomorrow on top of what fell so far. Temperatures, though, are cooling off. We're in the lower 20s at the moment, a couple of upper teens in the region, but temperatures are going to keep going down south tonight as we hover around 13 degrees. Tomorrow, though, another day in the mid-20s, but take a look what happens Sunday, Monday, especially Tuesday into Wednesday. 5 degrees as a high temperature and lows around 10 below, and that doesn't include wind chills, folks.
Okay, but Saturday looks to be okay. 25 during the day.
Not too bad, not too bad. Calm before the storm, I would say.
Well, that definitely means good news for all the snow out there. It's not going anywhere.
Exactly.
Thank you, Conrad. That's all the time we have. We'll see you back here at 6.